You might be hearing some rumblings about the Wegovy pill, which is an oral semaglutide. Let's talk about this because this is the newest GLP kid on the market, and everyone's excited to now have an oral option available. So, GLP medications have been around for a while. Most recently, in the last few years, they've become very popularized as the GLP injections. Medications like Ozempic and Wegovy, for example, which are the exact same medications as the current Wegovy pill. These are injectable semaglutides. The Wegovy pill is an oral semaglutide medication. Now, it's actually been around for a while as a medication for the treatment of type 2 diabetes. Rybelsus was approved a few years ago for the treatment of type 2 diabetes. It never took off from a weight perspective, though, because it was wildly expensive. For people who did not have type 2 diabetes, the cash pay price of this medication was on the order of like $1,000 per month. And why would someone spend $1,000 per month for oral semaglutide when all of the injectables were much more affordable compared to that? So now what we're seeing is the oral Wegovy, the oral semaglutide for the approval of the weight reduction and weight maintenance indication. It showed in clinical trials over 64 weeks a 14 or 15%, depending on how you do the calculations about patients who dropped out, but 14 or 15% total body weight reduction on average, which is pretty impressive for an oral GLP pill. There are some restrictions with this medication, like it has to be taken first thing in the morning on an empty stomach with a sip of water. You can't take it with too much water. You can't take it with food. You cannot take it with other medications. And then, so it has to be done on that empty stomach. And otherwise, the cost of it looks like it's going to be pretty good. $149 cash pay for the starting doses of medication. The higher doses of medication are going to be $299 per month. That's going to be available in the next couple of weeks, early January 2026, which is really exciting. It may take a little bit longer before we see that on insurance formularies, meaning it may be a little bit before we see it covered by insurance, but cash pay should be available really soon. So if you're interested in that, talk to your doctor, reach out to a board-certified obesity medicine physician if you're looking for additional support. I do see patients in Charlottesville, Virginia, and by telemedicine throughout Illinois, Tennessee, and Virginia. I'd love to support you with your weight journey.